Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'm pleased to speak to the second reading of the Human-Assisted Reproductive Technology Storage Amendment Bill. I'd like to make some introductory comments first about infertility in New Zealand and in vitro fertilisation. As you know, the in vitro fertilisation, IVF, was first undertaken in New Zealand in 1983. That was 5 years after the first IVF baby, which was Louise Brown, who was born in England. Since then, IVF has become an increasingly common treatment for infertility, and it's certainly improved over the last decade or so with better drug treatment regimes, simpler egg retrieval mechanisms, better fertilisation techniques, and better methods of culture, cryopreservation and transfer of embryos. Mr Speaker, in New Zealand, about 15 in every 100 couples in New Zealand have difficulty conceiving a child, and about 5 of those in every 100 go on to have IVF treatment. And we've heard tonight there are many hundreds and hundreds of IVF babies born each year into New Zealand couples. And that's excellent to know that success rates are increasing and improving all the time. And about 50% of women, Mr Speaker, under the age of 38 who have their IVF treatment become pregnant in their first cycle. That's a fantastic result. And after 2 cycles, the chances of pregnancy increases to over 70%. This is a woman under the age of 38. And to 90% after 3 cycles. So these are excellent success rates. But unfortunately, infertility has been rising in New Zealand, and there's a number of reasons for that, but also pleasing to know that treatment centres are available around New Zealand, and the causes for infertility are numerous, such as the increased age a woman starts to have a family. That's a common reason. Other reasons are obesity levels in men and women, sexually transmitted diseases, and reduced quality of sperm. But back to the bill, Mr Speaker. This amendment bill has been introduced because there was uncertainty over when gametes and eggs that were stored prior to the Heart Act came into force, when those gametes and eggs could be disposed of. And although it was only a technical amendment, it felt that there should be some clarification. And this bill now clarifies that sperm, eggs and embryos stored before 2004 can be stored to 2014. And I'd also like to acknowledge the work in the last Parliament, the work of Di Yates and the Health Select Committee, the important work they did, and the comments made tonight that committee got it pretty much right. And this is just amending the bill and improving on it. Mr Speaker, if fertility clinics have clients who wish to extend storage beyond 2014, they will require the approval of the Ethics Committee before that 10-year storage limit is up. There have been a number of changes that were made at Select Committee, and these have been adopted by the government, and we've heard some of those tonight, such as the 6-month grace period upon expiry of the 10-year storage limit and any extensions to it, but importantly prohibits over that 6-month grace period any other uses of the material. And that was really, this amendment has been made for more logistical reasons, to make it easier for fertility clinics to dispose of gametes and embryos in accumulated lots, and makes it easier for those clinics. Another recommendation that was agreed to was that the permitted 10-year storage period for embryos created by stored gametes should run from the earliest storage date of those gametes. And it was also clarified that any storage period outside New Zealand should include calculating the 10-year storage limit on gametes and embryos in New Zealand, and that was taken into account. Mr Speaker, this is not a contentious bill, and in fact the changes and amendments are minor but will improve the original Act, and I commend this bill to the House. Thank you.